NAFTA was the first trade agreement to include labor rights in the 21st century. The architects of NAFTA helped to use the agreement to get labor leader support for the agreement and for trade, and also to encourage Mexico to improve labor standards and not to stimulate exports with low-wage labor. Meanwhile, policymakers believed that empowered workers would organize and collectively bargain to achieve higher wages and better work conditions. These richer and more productive workers would consume more goods, creating a virtuous circle of trade agreements and labor rights. But what sounds good in theory doesn't always play out that way in reality. Chrystia Freeland, Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister, believes that the renegotiation of NAFTA provides an opportunity for the three nations to ensure that the deal improves the lives for all workers. The renegotiations are happening in an era when freedom of association and the recognition of the right to collective bargaining for workers have been in decline since the 1990s. Canada has suggested that the United States look at its own labor practices. 28 U.S. states, more than half, have right-to-work laws. In these states, no union can require that an employee that gets a job with a company has to join the union as a condition of employment. Donald Trump and a Republican Congress are not likely to change those laws. Many workers in all three countries have been affected by job loss, underemployment, technological change, and economic insecurity. Despite rising productivity, many workers earn less today in real terms than they did 20 years ago. Rising wage inequality have left many voters in all three countries discontented with democratic policies and institutions. These dissatisfied voters are not likely to stay with traditional political parties. They are likely to turn to nationalist and populist parties. This is going to be a problem in all three countries if it is not effectively addressed.
Si nous n'agissons pas maintenant, les Canadiens risquent de perdre la foi envers les idées d'une société ouverte, de l'immigration et du libre-échange, tout comme tant d'autres dans le monde industrialisé occidental. Voilà le principal défi économique et social auquel nous sommes confrontés. S'attaquer à ce problème constitue la mission primordiale de notre gouvernement.
To truly face that challenge, Minister Freeland and other key policymakers must think differently about what trade agreements can and should include.